Ginny, what do you think the difference in this one was? It was a tight game all the way through. What do you think the difference in this game was that swung it their way?
I think both teams play pretty good, but we need to stick on our structure, and that's it.
I feel like you had good power play opportunity late in the second, another power play opportunity late in the third. Just kind of a game of bounces at that point to try and make it a different type of game. You get a good bounce. Instead of hitting a crossbar, you put it in the back of the net. That type of thing.
Yeah, I think when tight game, power play, and PK, it's huge for the game. And just we need to score on one of power play for sure.
How inspiring was Zach Werenski when he dropped the gloves in the second period?
I didn't know he's a fighter, but now I will scare him. But yeah, great for him.
Are they a frustrating team to play against? Just the kind of the way that they didn't seem like there's a lot of flow to the game either way.
I don't know. I don't care play against who, and they pretty good structure too, and I think that's the good game.
Do you think in games like this, there's a lot of learning that's going on your side?
Yeah, for sure. We need to find the win on a game like that, and just figure out what we can do today, and we'll see a couple of clips tomorrow.
Can you just describe the play, Kent Johnson to Fantilli to you on your goal? Just describe what happened there.
Just KJ great pass to fence, and fence wait me to get some speed. Just hit me, and I go breakaway. That's it. Simple.
For you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you starting to learn, when and how, when and where to use that speed burst that you have more, kind of get around guys?
I don't know. If I have a chance, why not? I can try it, but if it's not, I can try to save the puck and, just see how moments. Yeah.
Was that part of your game in Russia? Was it more? Did you go to the net as much in Russia, or did you
In Russia, I didn't know I have much speed like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Good for me. I think it's all for the team.
Matty, you and I talked in the intermission. Was that a bit of a slow starting game for both teams, and it take a while for everybody to kind of find their game tonight?
Yeah, I'd say first and second periods were pretty even. I felt like we had an edge in the third. We definitely had a push, and a couple bad bounces, hit a crossbar, another post. Just miss at the end there with me and Reeser. I mean, I felt like we deserved it for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like you were a bounce away in power play or even 5-on-5 late.
Yeah, even in OT, I don't know. I'm going to change the subject. I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah, that's a fair assessment. Just a quick bounce away, and I thought, especially in the third, we elevated our game, and even when they got that third one, I thought we were in control.
On your goal, did you kind of make eye contact with Zach a little bit, or did you just kind of go there instinctively and kind of?
I just kind of went to the net. I was prepared for either that pass or kind of just a reset behind the net. That's kind of the trajectory I took, and Zach made an unbelievable play, and it was just unreal vision by him, and I just had to put it in.
How nice is it, I guess, to have a defenseman who can go down there, play like a forward, and make that kind of pass? Right.
Well, I think it's just part of our system. We want every D to do that, but it seems like he has the ability to just do it at another level. He's a rover out there, and he's really good at it. And Gordie Howe hat trick tonight. What else you want to say? Seriously.
What's your assessment of that, Matt? He dropped the gloves and just went.
I was probably the most fired up I ever was on the bench. It was unbelievable. He did unreal. He looked like he's been doing this for years. Had the left, the right going. He had everything. No, it was unbelievable. It's nice to get a break.
Just for him to kind of step up and do that, and is a guy that has kind of had to step up in the leadership department with guys out. Just what does that do for a bench? What does that do for a team when Zach's kind of willing to really do anything for the squad?
Well, yeah, it sends the right message, right? It drags people into the game, and we should definitely, people in general, just should take notes on that. Do everything you can out there, and clearly he did that tonight, and that's why he has a letter on his jersey, and with our guys that are out, our big leaders, and it just speaks for itself.
See, how tough was this game? It felt like you guys struggled to sort of find your way for the first couple of periods at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we got to our forecheck tonight, really. I don't really think we played our game. We weren't bad, but I don't think we were good. And in this league, that's what happens if you don't play your game. And credit to them, tough back-to-back, and they came in here and played hard, but definitely thought we could have played better tonight.
Talk about your game. I know it's tough in a losing effort, but to step up like that, you had a banner night for yourself. What precipitated that? Is it something you wanted to do, or did it just sort of happen organically?
It's kind of happened. I feel like sometimes you got to stand up for yourself, and that was a chance for me to do just that. And it's part of the game. I mean, there's nothing really to it besides the fact that we were battling before it a little bit, and then obviously you saw what happened there. But just a chance for me to stand up for myself. I didn't really want to take any from them, and it doesn't happen often, but definitely not afraid to do it. So it's I think it's good for our team to see that too, and just know we're all in this together and we're having each other's backs.
Did you feel a response from it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the bench seemed excited. I don't really, I'm not Ollie. I don't do that very often. So when I'm coming to the bench after, it's a cool feeling. But I mean, I think the boys played hard. I mean, it wasn't for lack of effort tonight. I think guys played hard. Even in the third period, we found a way to get a goal, tie it up. Marshy hits the crossbar. I just missed high in the power play. We had chances to win for sure, but just not our best for 60 minutes.
Yeah. The effort you spoke about, you can see that with KJ there in overtime. Just what did you see on that play? How much of a learning experience is that for a young player in overtime to make a read like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough play for him. He's got a guy on him all the way up the ice. I kind of feel like it's a hold a little bit, but it's an overtime, so those are tough calls, and it's ref's judgment, and we can't leave it up to that. But no, I mean, he's working hard trying to get the guy off him, and yeah, it's obviously a tough outcome, but I'm sure he'll watch it over and learn from it. But there's, no one's mad at him or anything. He tries to make the right play. He tries to protect the puck, and stuff happens. So it is what it is.
We talk about this team's learning a lot. I mean, how important is it in a game like this? It's tight and everything, to have those moments. And even though it's not what you want to win the game. But for those guys to kind of learn how to just from those moments.
Yeah, I mean, I think any situation you're in, you have to learn from it, whether it's a big win or a bad loss. It's all about learning and taking positives from it, taking negatives from it, and trying to build on it. And I think tonight, even though we didn't play our best, we did find a way to tie the game up and get to overtime. We would have liked 2 points. But in years past, you never know what happens here. Maybe we lose 3-2, and that's it, right? So I think that's a great learning experience for us, that we're in it and we're getting points and we're finding ways to win games, be in games, even when we're not at our best. But I think for us, it would have, after having a couple of days off, we should have had maybe a little bit more energy, a better effort tonight. But I think better effort, just more so we got to our game earlier. And we didn't do that, and that's going to happen in this league. If you don't get to your game, you're not going to win many. So tough outcome.
Did the fight with Gallagher, that just kind of happen organically, or did one challenge the other, or how'd that whole thing go?
Yeah, well, I think you saw what happened.
Right.
Kind of got a stick between my legs,
Right.
Which I wasn't happy about. And then I laid a few on him, and yeah, I just kind of knew it was coming, and he asked, and I was ready for it. So just part of the game. I mean, I kind of knew it was coming at that point. It's talked in the box about it a little bit, but it is what it is, and it's over now.
Is it your second Gordie Howe hat trick?
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
I know.
Braden Point was the other one?
Yeah, Braden Point.
Yeah, playoffs.
I don't know. It's crazy on how that works. 2 for 3.
I mean, from Detroit. So.
Yeah, true.
Dean, I'm guessing you weren't pleased with the first couple of periods. Just guys talked about not getting to your game. Was that a source of frustration tonight?
Yeah, I didn't think we played fast tonight, and Montreal played fast tonight. We didn't play as quick as we've played, and that hurt us for the first 2 periods. We picked it up a bit in the third, obviously, and but yeah, for whatever reason, they played a little quicker than we did.
Johnson, you see what Johnson's trying to do. That's one of those, I don't know if you could call it a mistake, but an effort, certainly in overtime. Is that the read you want him to make there? Do you want him to challenge the skater up the ice? Do you have any issues with that? It's
You mean at the end when they
Yeah, in OT.
didn't call a penalty when the
There you
guy
go.
grabbed his hip and pulled him back,
Yeah,
and then that guy went and scored?
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, you know what? I get it's a human game, and I hope that we have a couple of the refs, or at least one of them, and ask, like, what will they see? Like, we have a 2-on-1. Like, we have a fresh Johnson. KJ's fresh on the ice. They were on the ice. He's fresh. He's got a step on Suzuki. He's going, and he's fast. And the guy reaches in, grabs him, and pulls his hip, spins him, falls down, gets the puck. They get a 3-on-2. It's crazy. Like, that can't be not a penalty. It makes no sense. And I don't care if it's the first period or overtime. You cannot reach your hand in and grab a guy and say even if they're even, but he's ahead of them. He's going. The only reason they get even is because he gets yanked back. It makes no sense. I just don't. I don't understand it. And the refs have been fantastic, but that was not a good play for sure.
Do you think they let it go more in overtime? I know they did tonight, but do you think they let it do typically? Or is that a young player not getting a call?
Well, I'm pretty old school that if it's a scoring chance, then it should get called. If it isn't, maybe. But like when you have a clear 2-on-1, or at least you have separation and an opportunity, Monty's wide open on the other side. Like they're going. Like they've got an opportunity to score, and our guy gets hauled down. So, is there? Do they let it go? Probably, I guess. I don't know, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if they get a clear-cut 3-on-2 because of something that happened. And unless they thought maybe it's a dive, but if it's a dive, then just call them both, and then they don't get a 3-on-2 scoring chance to put it in our net. It's ridiculous.
I know we've talked a lot about Zach in the last week or so. Did he show you yet another element of his game tonight?
Yeah, fighting's part of the game, and he's a team guy, and you get speared in the area you don't want to get speared in, and you react like you reacted. I was happy with the way he reacted.